Therapy Thursday is on. Dr. Davi is in.
Yes, he is.
Meredith MD is checked in.
Here.
Orlando BGYN, just in case you want to throw your feet to the stirrups. We all got a gift to share. Gift of gas.
Stirrups.
So if you got an issue, we can help you out with it with a 60-second session. All right, we put the clock on. We give you our best 60 seconds and hopefully lead you on your way to recovery. All right, let's see. Meredith, you are first up. I got one for you.
Okay.
It says, this question is for Dr. Meredith. I broke it off with a guy, and it was emotional for me. Excuse me. I said it was emotional for me. Is it wrong that I expect my close girlfriends to unfollow him too? Like sister code type of thing. I don't want to make this a huge issue, but out of the 3 girls that I'm closest with, all but one has cut him off. Am I wrong for side-eyeing her? Please tell me what you think.
No, you got to bring it up next time you see her. Like, why are you still following him? If it bothers you that much. I mean, it really shouldn't bother you. She's probably just trying to check out what he's doing, what he's up to, if he's out with his boys, if he's going out on dates and stuff like that. It might be a good thing to keep just a little bit of tabs on him just for a little while. That may sound bad, but, if that's your girl, she'll keep you up to date on what's going on.
Victoria.
Oh, she's single.
Yeah, no, but
and
I'm
I
saying,
still follow her ex.
Well, okay.
And
so
she does not have a problem with it at all because we had a conversation about this, and she's like, no, that's fine. Just don't talk about what he's up to with me, because going through a breakup is difficult. And I don't. And I'm not like on his page following him, but every now and then, on IG, the information will come up. But that's it. It's not like I'm creeping or anything. I'm trying to find out some information.
I think if everybody's supposed to unfollow, we're supposed to unfollow together.
It might be good, again, to have one of your close girls just, stay friends with them just for a little bit if you do want to know some information. If not, just ask her. Tell her, call her out, and I'll bet you she will unfollow. Because if you guys are really close like that, then she will.
Do guys care?
If my boy breaks up with a girl that I was not friends with prior to them getting together, I immediately unfollow her.
I see. That's the code.
Yeah, I cut ties.
See, look at that.
Yeah.
That's the code, man. Better come on in.
Orlando.
Come on in. Yes, sir.
Out the 863, it says, I am a single mother of 2. I have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. Dad gets them 2 days out of the month, and I do not get any help from family. I work full time. I feel so tense, almost burnt out to the point I have caught myself snapping at my kids. I do apologize and explain to them Mommy is tired and I'm sorry. I feel guilty that I am this way. I feel like a horrible parent. What can I do to better myself as a parent?
2 days out of the month.
Wait, it was 2 days out of the month?
Out of the
2
month?
days out of the month.
Oh,
yeah.
That's nothing.
Oh, wow. Okay, so she's basically solo.
Yeah. Poor thing.
I mean, what I will say, I will just point out the fact that your kids are gonna start. When you start looking at, I'm tired. Mommy's just tired. They're gonna pick up on that, and then it's gonna be like, oh, mommy, are you tired? Whenever you act out and stuff, so you don't really want to liken it to that. What I would say is, find you some time where you could sit with them maybe and rest and maybe go quiet time, stuff like that. Do something to give you some reset. Like, let them sit in front of the DVD and watch a good show for 90 minutes and let you get a nap or recharge or do something. I mean, because that's just like, wow.
I know. Can Daddy take them a little bit more?
No, it doesn't sound like that's an option if that's what she's offering. So, but I would just say, I don't think you're a bad mom, and I don't think that, but I don't want you lashing out at the kids because, they'll start to normalize that, and then that'll be part of their bag of tools, and you don't want them to be carrying that baggage into when they get older. So do some things to find you some reset time, whether it's, whether waiting until they get into daycare or until they get to a set routine where you can get a little bit of time away to just get your
I know what I do.
Wine.
I pour a glass of wine, and that makes me feel a little bit more relaxed.
And that also gets you charges, Meredith. All right, let's see. We got one here, but it doesn't say specifically anybody, so I guess it's a freestyle.
Okay.
It says, me and my girlfriend been on and off for 4 years. We broke up like 6 months, for 6 months, and she came back pregnant. By possibility, it could be someone else's. The baby is due in April. Do I stick around if it's not mine since I'm the reason we kept breaking up in the first place?
Oh, damn. Oh, that's guilt.
You have to make a decision whether or not you want to be with her. But your pattern of breaking up and getting back together probably isn't going to stop.
It's not healthy.
That's something that seems to be consistent in your relationship. Definitely find out if that's your kid, first and foremost, I would say. Would y'all agree with me?
For sure. And you can find out ahead of time now.
And if it is, you know what you have to do. You have to step up regardless of your situation with mom. If you guys are going to be together, you're going to co-parent. You have no excuses not to step up. It's not your kid.
Hey, I see. That's where you just lost me, Davey.
What?
If you love her, first of all,
it's been 4 years.
Figure out if you love her. That's the first thing. Then
Okay.
close second is when the kid comes, or when you can find out if it's yours. Find out. But if you love her and it's not yours, and y'all were going through all that, there's still not a deal breaker.
I don't know.
Because she's a single mom, and she has a kid now. It's just a different situation. I love a single mom. I loved a woman with no kids, but now, if it's mine, it's mine. But if it's not, you still don't have to leave.
I think you don't have to leave, but that's a personal choice that you really have to feel, like, kind of figure out how you feel about raising somebody else's kid. Just because if I love
but
the
it's
woman,
her kid.
I understand that, but he could have really wanted to be a dad, and now this could be a slap in the face and like, hey, this is a daily reminder that you're not a dad.
He said this happened because he was immature in how he handled the
He's been
relationship.
slapping people in the face with a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Question from Meredith out the 727. It says, I just printed out consent forms to have women sign before we sleep together. Just trying to have a paper trail to make sure that we were both on the same page. Would you see this as a red flag or just someone being safe?
It would be weird. That's for sure.
Why?
Yeah. Are you a celebrity? And how many people have you slept with and gone through that you need paperwork now?
But if with the world the way it is now, you wouldn't respect that?
I don't even think my mind would even go to, oh, he's so respectful of how I feel. I'm just like, whoa, what is going on with you? So, yeah, there's some red flags there. I do see the positives. You know, you're trying to be respectful and paperwork. Yeah, what did you do and get in trouble for? Now I'm Googling you in Hillsborough County. What were you arrested for? All this stuff.
It's a bold move.
Hello, Sheriff
For
Chad.
sure.
Can you look up this person's social?
You're not 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Like, there would be a reason if Trey Songz or somebody else or some celebrity wanted me to sign some paperwork. But if you're just a regular guy handing me some paperwork, we have issues now.
If you go home from a bar with the one night stand joint and he gives you something with a pink copy, yellow copy, and a white copy,
Please.
and says, "Hey, you're here under your own volition. I just want you to sign here and here." Yeah, my boy.
Initial date.
Here. Yeah. And here. And here. Okay, I'm a notary. And and he notarizes it for you and gives you a copy. Doesn't that seem like somebody takes it really seriously?
Right. Is he a lawyer?
Or takes himself really seriously. That's kind of what I would think. It almost seems like, I don't know, like a narcissistic move. Almost, you have to wait for the opportune time to pull those little papers out the drawer.
What did he get in trouble for before this? Now that he
maybe he
feels
never got in trouble.
Yeah, well, I don't think so.
I mean, we've talked about it. 50 does it. I know he does it. One of his boys.
A lot of them do.
Yeah.
Jack
so
Harlow.
They don't. Jack Harlow apparently got some paperwork too. So yeah.
You're doing a lot of hunching if you got a stack of papers.
Say it, which is also a red flag. My God.
All right, let's see here. We got one more. What?
I have a 5-year-old daughter in kindergarten, and she's being bullied by a boy in her class. The teacher is always telling her to quit being a tattletale. I talked to my mom, and she said, "Oh, he just likes you." I don't agree with this thinking. He's already just slapped her on the back of the head. He calls her so many names. He won't leave her alone. My fear is that this will continue or get worse.
It's going to continue, and yes, he does like her. It's a great. I tell my daughters all the time. There's boys who pick on her at school, and I'm like, they like you. I'm like, they just haven't figured out how to convey that to you.
Right.
And I was like, so yes, keep hitting them back. And
You
yes,
hit back? I like it.
absolutely. We don't hit, we hit back. But I mean, they were talking about it amongst themselves when we were actually doing the tree, and they were like, oh, like this boy. You're like, oh yeah, I wouldn't. He was apparently trying my daughter, like not trying her, but like trying to be her, like, you know, like, hey, I like you or whatever. And she wasn't giving him any time of day. And so then he started being mean. to her. And
Hell
I'm like,
no.
you know, so I told him, I'm like, it's almost like a badge of honor.
Can
You
we
know?
take a second to acknowledge the incompetence and negligence of
Of
the
the
teacher
teacher?
that has a little girl coming up saying, "Hey, this boy is hitting me," and she's saying, "Don't be a tattletale."
Right.
Come on now.
Yeah. I don't know what side of town you on, but that's the wrong,
Damn.
it's the wrong side of town.
Seriously.
That teacher is not right. Like snitches get stitches.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Mrs. Crabtree. What? Like, yeah, that's not good.
Why
All
are you
right.
teaching me this?
Dr. Davi
Dímelo.
says, it says Dr. Davi. So it says, my husband says he loves me, but he keeps his socks on when we do the hunch.
Okay.
My aunties used to say that men don't love you unless they take their socks off, and I can't get that out of my head. I have a real therapist. Side note, I'm very offended that she said real therapist.
Yeah, how dare you?
I have a real therapist who said that it's a barrier for me from hearing it so much as a young girl, and now I've made it true, but it's not. What do you think?
I think your aunties don't know what the hell they're talking about.
You need to watch your mouth.
No, for
That's
real.
that old Geechee.
To take something that is such a stretch from him keeping his socks on to he doesn't love you, maybe his feet get cold. Maybe he doesn't like being barefoot. What? I do not see the correlation at all.
Why would a guy keep his socks on though?
Maybe he got ugly toes. Maybe his feet. Maybe he feels like his feet smell.
He got some fungus.
I could think of 100 reasons, none of which are because he doesn't love you.
All right, so you don't believe the old, because there are old ladies out there who have passed down things that are important from generation to generation.
And I think we have to start debunking them generation by generation.
And we'll start with this one.
Yeah, that's some
Please.
generational bullshit. By the way, somebody just texted in, I keep my socks on for the grip.
For the grip?
Yeah.
So you don't
Oh.
slip.
When they're doing the hunt, you gotta get the grip.
Okay.
You gotta get the grip.
I can
Whatever
see
works
that.
for you.
Yeah.
It was like a tile or a wood floor.
Yeah, I mean,
Hold on, baby. Let me get my special socks. You know what it means when I bust
You
these
know
out.
when I bust out these socks. When these socks come around, baby, you know.